What's up guys, it's Megan. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas. Today we are doing a DIY of these snow globe ears. It says Let It Snow. I'm super duper excited about it. You only need a few materials. The Let It Snow is optional. You can also paint it on if you don't have a Cricut machine or die cutting machine. But I would love to show you how I made these. A lot of what came from the dollar store or clearance from Joann's. So I'm super duper excited to show you guys how to make these Let It Snow ears. Let's hop into it. To begin this tutorial, I have two pieces of what I've already cut, unfortunately, of 16 gauge clear vinyl that you could pick up at Joann's. I cut 4 pieces out, and I'm putting 2 pieces together so that I can use my sewing line. I'm going to use a dry erase marker to use as a drawing line for my sewing line, so that this will come off. I can rub it off, I can use water just to sew it. And so that's very helpful instead of having those harsh red lines that you see. So there I go in, sewing it. It can be really kind of tricky to sew it, but once you get the hang of it, it's okay. I also go in and trim around the excess vinyl so that you get away with all of those ugly red lines that I had drawn. I think if I were to go back and do it again, I would advise everyone to only just do the dry erase markers instead of Sharpie, and then it'll just come right off. And with the markers, it's okay too, because you just cut it off. Next, I'm doing my headband fabric. I'm just using this buffalo plaid fabric because I thought it was really cute. I had gotten it for I think $4.50 a yard at Walmart. And then I'm going to be using this fabric and my double-sided tape from the Dollar Tree to line my headband. I probably should have ironed this as well, but you know, I'm always impatient when it comes to ears. So I'm going in and lining my headband. I typically do the same thing in all of my ear tutorials, so if you've missed it and you want more in depth, go check out one of those, because I'm doing it super quick here. But I just fold in the edges first on one side, and then I go in and do the other side. It's pretty easy once you figure it out. Before I start putting the ears on, I'm going to go in with some red braided trim just to line the inside of the headband, give it a really clean look, and make it stay a little bit easier on your head. So here we have what it looks like for the final covered headband. You could see the trim on the inside as well as the buffalo plaid fabric that I used from Walmart. Super excited about that. And then next, I am making a little kind of stencil-ish thing for my ears to sit on when I put them on the headband. So I've tested a lot of different ways to do this. You want 2 of these, and I use my glitter foam. You guys could use any sort of craft foam, but I find that that one works best for me. But I also use one of my little Cricut scraper tools just to put it in there so that I have room to work when I'm using the vinyl. Then I'm taking some white pom-poms, different sizes, 3 different sizes. I'm sure you guys can guess for why, because we're making snowmen. Do you want to build a snowman? Exactly, and I built 2. So I am just gluing these babies together because it'll be easy just to slide right in. I found that this method is so much easier than trying to glue the vinyl together. Like, that just didn't work for me, and I found this to be a lot easier. I went outside, I picked up some sticks. Use nature, guys, for your DIYs. It makes things so much cheaper. So I took some sticks. I wanted to make little snowman arms, and I tried to find good sizes just because I didn't want them to be too big, but it ended up working out. So I ended up hot gluing the sticks onto the pom-poms, and these are pretty delicate, so be careful with them, especially when you're putting them into the vinyl, which you'll see later. But of course, with snowmen, you have to give them snow people eyes, snow people buttons, hats, scarves, all the things. So I hope you guys like me decorating it. So I tried to cut little tiny pieces of craft foam to make the eyes, but it took so long to do that, so I ended up just taking some black acrylic paint. Just went in with a tiny detail paintbrush and painted the eyes and the buttons, and then I went in and did the same exact thing with orange for the carrot nose. And then we have our little snowman there. I hope he looks okay, but it worked fine with the acrylic paint. And then I wanted to be a little bit extra because I was super excited about making ears that had some snow in it or artificial snow. So I found this image that said "Let It Snow," on my Cricut, and I wanted to use that. And then commences my least favorite part of doing things with a die cutting machine, weeding. I do not like weeding. I know some people find it to be very relaxing, but I don't like it because I always end up messing it up and it's very frustrating. But if you guys do have a die cutting machine, it's super cool to get things like this to put on your ears, but also if you don't have one, you can always take like a paint marker. I talk about Posca paint markers sometimes, or stickers if you want to go to Dollar Tree and find some stickers to put this kind of saying on your ears. There are lots of stickers at Dollar Tree that you can either just use the letters from the alphabet or use stickers, just anything like that. And so I put it right on there with my transfer tape, and I think it turned out pretty cool. My initial thought was to get the small tiny trees that they have at Dollar Tree, but my Dollar Tree does not have them, so I used these little miniatures that you can use in the little house sets. So I took this Christmas tree and this little lamp post because I wanted to make my snowman kind of happy, live like in a little village where it was snowing, and I just thought it was really cute. But if I were to do it again and I could find the little trees, I would love to. But you could see I added a little hat for this guy, and then I added a little scarf and a little Santa hat, or like a little winter hat for this one. I was super excited about those. Next, I took some artificial snow that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree. This was really a hit and miss for me. I just played with how much I could put in there and see how it worked. I definitely ended up putting way too much in the beginning, so you really don't want very much because I didn't want my snowman to be covered. So just, you know, test it out, see what works, and then I'm adding a little bit of hot glue onto the edges of our little stencil that we made, and then we're going to slide it right in. Don't burn your fingers, that's why low temp hot glue guns are good. We're just going to slide it right into the vinyl, and then the vinyl is going to stick to our hot glue that we just put there. And then you could trim around the excess. I always have a little bit of extra foam on the side, so it's always better to have more than less, and you can easily just trim that right off, and then you have your snow like your own little snow globe ear. It's pretty cool. Next, which you don't see on camera, is that I had spaced my template of my ears. So I find that my headbands are usually 37 centimeters. I will find the direct center of that, which is 18.5, and then measure 4 centimeters on each side of where my ears are going to start. So I am just hot gluing the base of our foam onto where the ears are supposed to be placed. If you have an ear spacing template or you just want to eyeball it, that's totally okay too, but you want to make sure you hold it there for a few seconds just to make sure that it sticks. Next, I am taking some glitter ribbon that I found from Dollar Tree. I'm so sorry this is out of focus, but you could still kind of see what I'm doing, so I'm going to leave it in there. I folded the ribbon in half and I added some hot glue just to create a nice little, oh, there we go, it's in focus now. A nice seam, a clean seam, and then I'm putting some of this ribbon around the ear. I am all about the safety of the ears. I like that security, give me all the blankets. So I think that this makes it even more secure, and it also makes it look really, really nice. So I was really excited about how that turned out. Once again, items that you could pick up from Dollar Tree. This is a lot better that you could see now that it's in focus. But I'm using this right around the ears just to help hold the ears in place, to help have it stay in place, and then also just to give it a nice sparkly look, because I love sparkles. I always sew my bows, but if you want to hot glue them, that's totally okay too. I'm folding the good sides together, folding it hot dog style, and then I sew down there, and then I flip it inside out. I didn't have any regular scissors, so I was using those like fancy like cutting scissors. I don't even know how I got them. And then I'm taking the side with the seam, and I'm going to flip that so that I can sew on the side of the seam, a hamburger fold, and then you just sew that, and then you want to flip it inside out. We're going to accordion fold it. So you just want to accordion fold the bow while adding some little dollops of hot glue in between so you can help keep the bow stay in place in the little pleats. I'm taking a little extra piece of fabric, folding it in with some hot glue to wrap around the center of our bow. That way we'll have a very clean look. Then I'm trimming off the excess. This is going to be hot glued together and then hot glued onto the center of our bow, which is where I marked the 18.5 centimeters on my headband. It just makes it a lot easier to know where the direct center of my headband is, and then that gets placed right in the center. And this is our final product. I am super excited about these. I really love how it looked, and you could shake it around and it lets it snow, and I love them. Thank you guys so much for watching this DIY. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you're gonna end up trying this. I know I made a DIY of how to make clear ears before, but I found that this is a little bit easier now that I've made them several times. So let me know if you're gonna end up trying it. I would love to see your finished product. As always, I'm putting out video every day of December. December 1st to December 25th, we are doing Vlogmas again. So I'm super excited to share holiday spirit as well as DIYs, Disney magic, and even more. So stay tuned every day for a new video on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.